Hey Pisces, welcome to your spirit messages for eclipse season. I am Charlene Lizette. If you've never seen spirit messages from me before, I do want to give you the heads up and let you know that I tend to channel directly, so funny things may happen. People may come in from the other side. You might see glitching, or you'll see my eyes start to flutter. You can tell when I'm channeling, when I'm gone. My voice also tends to change as well. So don't be surprised if during the tarot reading or the oracle reading, these things happen. They're very normal. All right. This is going to resonate if you have Sun, Moon, Rising in Pisces. And this is going to be for eclipse season. And yes, Pisces, I heard you all starting in November. I'm bringing back spirit messages. All right. Okay. Pisces. Look, my love, if you find yourself extra emotional, or if you're a woman, a female, and you're bleeding during the eclipse period, whether it's the new moon happening on the 14th or the full on the 27th, 28th, that's okay. Okay? Uh, this period in your time is going to be one of deep, deep healing, but also deepening your spiritual practice, okay? Can I just get one, please? You know, you're naturally a very spiritual person, Pisces. Um, and I already feel some of your tears coming in, you know. I think this reading is going to get a little bit emotional for some of you. I think you've been really afraid to step into your life purpose. What does that look like, Charlene? How do I make it happen? Who's going to listen to me? Why would they believe me? All these narratives, all these stories, but yet none of them are yours. None of these stories are yours, Pisces, and the eclipse season um, is going to be reminding you of the relationship that you have with yourself, and how that relationship you have with yourself impacts your relationships with others. Many of you are feeling so deeply called to finally step into your power, whether that's spiritual teaching, reading tarot, doing magic, becoming a coach, guiding people in their, shamanic journeys, whatever it is, your creativity, however it is that you're feeling a calling to, it's going to be ignited during this time. Remember, the Ring of Fire solar eclipse happening on October 14th is happening in Libra, which is the relationships with others, business partnerships. It's romantic and contracts. It also has to do with your values. It has to do with peace and harmony. And the South Node is also there during this time. And the South Node is gifts, right? It's your abilities. There's also your lessons. So what are you needing to learn here? I think for far too long, many of you have played very small, almost scared to step up into your role. Like, it's okay if I, work in an office or have this job or do this. But now you're realizing you got to let it all go. It's time for you to step up and become that spiritual leader that is so desperately needing as we transition here on earth. And you're feeling that, you're seeing it more and more and more. I'll pop a video here to help you understand some of the transitions I'm talking about. It's a video I made for the eclipse. You know, as I'm in between the realms, as I'm in between the veil, uh, one of the things that is very clear to me, that I'm seeing very clearly, is that many of you need to deepen your spiritual practice. You need to start studying the mystical studies, whether you are taking courses or certifications, or whether you are starting to implement the things that you've learned. It's time now for you to step up and lead. You can't keep playing small anymore, Pisces. Life will get more restrictive. Life will feel more difficult. You'll find more resistance. You'll find yourself in more scarcity and more fear the more that you refuse to step up into your calling and start taking action. This is the pressure that is needed in order for the diamond to be made. And you, my love, are the diamond. Your angels, your guides, your masters, your teachers, call on to them. They're all around you. If you don't know how to work with your masters, your teachers, your loved ones, Go learn, explore. Now is the time to deepen your connection to source, to consciousness, and to your highest self. You can't keep pretending that this isn't your life purpose, and you can't keep playing small. You are needed. Right now, the universe is asking all of you to step up into your purpose, to follow through with your life mission, to tune into the divine downloads that are coming through, and to take inspired action. The oracle card you got is the Mystic Rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, grace. See, this purpose that you have is more than you, you know? It's selfless, it's God's work. And you got to stop pretending like it's not. You got to stop pretending that you're unworthy of this gift that you were given. Called Soul Gifts and Training, it's time to step up. And you got protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Really interesting there with that protection card, considering you got Vulcan. Vulcan's got black tourmaline, garnet, and red tiger eye. So definitely an amulet of inspired action, of passion, of zest, of fire, of creativity, initiation, but also a highly protective amulet as well, called Vulcan. That's over at STARSEA Jewels, my jewelry line. If you want to pick it up, it's in the link in the description box below. Now, as we dive into your reading, we have the Five of Wands here. The Five of Wands is conflict, but notice how she's a conflict with who? And there's three parts of her. For those of you that have taken my Align course, you'll know I talk about the highest self, the shadow, and the ego self. You must give space for your highest self to shine through and start learning how to integrate, honor, and respect your shadow self and your ego self without letting them take reign, because that's when things go wild or awry. The Hierophant, deepening your studies here. This is more practical studies. Instead of the High Priestess energy, which is the energy between the realms, the Hierophant is the practical application. That's taking courses. It's reading all sorts of books. It's taking certifications. It's engulfing yourself in the mystical studies and learning so that you can understand how you can provide that passage to other people. You see, the Hierophant's role is to bestow the knowledge, the sacred knowledge they know, onto others. And then you got the Hanged Man, which is your energy here, Pisces, the Neptunian energy of stillness, of inaction, of self-reflection, of contemplation. As you learn, give yourself time to really digest and integrate and weave together everything that is coming through, whether it's through a physical book, a course, a lesson, or a divine download. And this, all of this is connected to your career, your finances. This is the emperor. This is the empire of the emperor. This is discipline. This is structure. This is a little bit of rigidity, right? This is showing up every day, even when you don't want to. And I know that can be hard for some of you. I'm feeling some of you feel extreme guilt for that. You don't have to feel guilty for that. You are a dreamer. You are a visionary. Understand that this is how you weave between the worlds, right? How you're here, but not really here. But in this case, you have to start coming down, coming to earth, and taking practical application towards making this dream a reality. With the Ten of Wands and the Knight of Wands here towards the end, closer to the partial lunar eclipse on the 27th or 28th, 29th, sorry, that's happening in Taurus, you're going to get more clarity on how to fire up, on what needs to finally be put to rest, and where you need to invest all your energy, all your fire into. So if you can imagine, this is like the wet logs that you're finally putting down, and this is the dry logs that you're ready to light up on fire. And interestingly enough, Vulcan is named after the volcano in Pompeii that erupted. And so this is about you erupting with your power, with your passion, with your knowledge, and sharing it with the world, Pisces. Pisces, if you want to join SANCTUM, my private members community, or enroll in any of my courses at STARSEA Academy, for those of you that are interested in the mystical studies and spiritual transformative journey, you can do so in the description box below. Ditto to book your session and pick up your amulet. I'm going to pop this video here to help you out, okay? And I want you to remember, you are magic.